No.
Aw, you son of a bitch. You took it. Well, go ahead, host. I'm waiting.
Welcome to yet another episode of the Best Friends Discuss podcast. My name is
Pidgeotto. Who, sweet Alabama boy. You
Gage.
asked for this.
I'm back, baby. I'm back.
How do you know?
Because I'm here.
He's in black.
Ooh.
Nice.
Hey, who else is here with him?
I believe Boo Radley is, and Ray.
Yeah, that's how this podcast is gonna go.
Yeah. Don't touch me. All right. Like Gage, the host of the show, the hostess with the mostest, has said, we're here with another episode. What? Come up on the mic?
Yep.
How about you say come up on the mic?
Oh yeah, sorry, I am the host. Hey, come up on the mic.
Okay. Yes, Gage. So, we had an idea for a podcast. I found a list that somebody made of rules to teach your son. And Brad, as a person who has kids, and Gage,
Who is a person that might have kids.
who, may have little Gagos running around, little Pidgeys, if you will, running around, and myself having no kids. We'll see. So, I will read the list.
One by one.
And we are going to gauge if these are good or not.
Yes.
Not you, Gage.
So, without further ado, by the way, do you want to know the name of the guy who wrote this?
Might as well.
His name is Reydon Recker.
Love the pen name. Maybe it's not a pen name.
It's absolutely his real name.
It still could be a pen name.
All right. So, rules to teach your son, or I guess child, but I think
it's geared more towards
Boys.
boys.
Yeah.
But hey, don't let that affect you, little ones.
It's 2019.
Yeah. Gage claims he's a woman all the time. Hence your Halloween costume, like from the last episode, bearded lady.
As I say, we already went over this.
Yeah, I know.
Thanks for bringing it back up.
You're welcome. Thanks for taking my hosting job. So, rule number 1. Never shake a man's hand sitting down. I agree with this one.
I agree if you can help it.
Yes. If you're in a situation, like if you had a child, like if you're holding your child, you probably aren't going to like stand up to...
Well, you can still stand up for that, but if you're stuck in a wheelchair, sit down.
Okay, way darker than what I was going with that.
I figured that was obvious.
But we've all met that person that gets really close really fast.
Yes.
You know, you're like, oh, nice to meet you, Josh. And he's already in your face and you can't stand up because he's too close. Like if your chair's not movable or whatever.
Yeah.
So as long as you can help it.
Yeah. Try not to shake a man's hand.
Yeah.
Recording podcast.
What's that sound?
Gage, this next rule, I have you in mind for.
Oh, God.
Don't enter a pool by the stairs.
Oh, absolutely not. Power moves all the way.
Yeah. I feel like it shows dominance over the pool.
But you can't, I'm not a flip guy either. Like, I can do a backflip and front flip into a pool, but that's not the power move, because a lot of people can do a flip.
Yeah.
But only the true can swan dive into the best night of their lives. Old Spice. Sponsor.
Please sponsor us. We would love you.
Get
Terry Crews.
Yeah,
on
no, I think that the flips are okay. Never the stairs, but if you're gonna go in, dude, let's be honest. If you're going through the stairs, you're gonna look like the biggest bitch, because you're gonna creep in, and once you get, even if you get past your waist as a guy, you still don't want to go the rest of the way in.
Yeah.
Quickly, at least.
Yeah, because
Get
you're
it
like,
out of
oh,
the way.
it's cold or it's hot.
Yeah, just like Run, jump as high as you can, and spread them wings, and then just bomb the pool.
And fly away.
Yeah.
And then bomb the pool.
Fly away so you can get higher above the pool.
And then you could shit in the pool like a pigeon.
No.
No, a Pidgeotto?
Don't do it. Gosh.
All right. So, third rule. The man at the barbecue grill is the closest thing to a king.
To a king?
To a king.
King.
He is the king.
Yeah.
Yeah. A man at the barbecue grill is the closest thing to a king.
You say king kind of weird.
King.
There's
Go.
a G at the
Yeah.
end.
King. King.
King.
King.
King.
King.
King.
King.
Okay, I'm done with this. King. King and queen. King and queen.
Yeah, I could agree. Yeah, I could agree with this.
But you wish it was you barbecuing?
Well, no, not necessarily. Everyone has to have their turn. You can't be the only person barbecuing all the time. Depends if it's in your domain or not.
Right.
But that's what makes you, I think, king. You know, is if you're barbecuing, you're probably in your own fucking backyard,
Yeah.
grilling and having friends over. You're the king.
Yeah.
Your friends bring you beers.
Yes, I agree. Just don't fuck up my steak dinner, dairy. Okay.
Yeah. I feel like this was given to his son as a different reason, though. As in, when I'm king, stop fucking bothering me. Go to your mom.
I can't be a father right now because I'm a king.
Yeah.
Go.
King.
Go.
Kinga.
Go.
Kinga.
No, there's no A at the end.
Kinga.
King.
King.
I heard there was a little snap in the back of your throat that time.
Okay.
And I thought you had it.
This is how I've said king all the time. But now I'm thinking I'm saying it like Keen.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. King.
King.
Yeah.
But to me, I'm saying king. This is nonsense for an audio podcast. Anyway, listen, when I'm barbecuing, I'm a king, okay? I'm just a love machine. Love machine. Okay, rule number 4. In a negotiation, never make the first offer. I don't agree with that one. I think it's okay to compromise and maybe bring up the offer you want. Like,
okay, so
like a pay raise kind of
so
thing.
let's we gotta set a setting here.
Okay, set the mood.
Are we the one? So in a negotiation, are we gonna assume this is a criminal negotiation? Like we got hostages.
Like a hostage situation. Are you saying The Negotiator with Samuel L. Jackson and Kevin Spacey? Are you saying like that kind of situation?
well, I mean that among like hundreds of others.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, like a hostage situation.
Well, I'm pretty sure that's in a hostage situation. That's like the number one rule is you wait for their demands. But I'm saying like I'm thinking more of like a job offer, or not a job offer, but like a pay raise. Like I go to my boss and I go, hey, I want a raise.
It says never be the one to make the first offer.
Exactly. Yeah. But how does
So that's what I'm saying. If you have to apply this rule to a real life situation that it works in.
right?
Your situation about the boss thing, that doesn't work there because you were coming to him first.
Exactly. But
I think he's right. What he's saying is, you got to have the negotiation, and to have a once you're in that negotiation, you have to be the first one. So if I go to my boss and say I want a raise, you don't wait for your boss to come back and go, how about 50 cents? Because if you're waiting for him, his ass is going, he ain't talking about it again. I ain't giving him shit.
Okay, that's fair. So I think it just depends on the setting.
Yeah, the
it
situation.
could sway both ways. So in a normal, 9 to 5, maybe corporate environment, then yes, be the first one to give your demands.
Yeah,
but I think in more of like cops and robbers and a criminal mind, and you should be the one to give your demands.
Yeah, so when you're holding a person hostage, you should give their demands first, right? Is that what you're saying? You heard it here first, people. Gage is going to hold up a group of people, apparently. What? Hold on. Side note, what would your demands be if you had a hostage of, 10 people, Gage?
10 people?
Yeah, 10 people.
And I could successfully get anything and get away with it.
Yeah, beyond reason, yeah. You can't just be like, give me Beyonce. But if you were like, give me a helicopter with enough gas to get me
to get the hell out of Dodge.
give me this money, give me M&Ms, but only the green ones for some weird reason. What would your negotiations be?
That's an interesting question.
We'll come back to that.
Yeah,
Brad, negotiations. What would be an absurd negotiation? Like,
it's a dumb question to ask both.
bring
of us.
me a prosthetic foot.
Like
You
Rocket,
went like Guardians of the Galaxy shit.
like
right
Rocket.
there.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, if I'm gonna escape with
I
these
mean, no.
hostages, I need a
If you're
prosthetic
asking
leg.
for something ridiculous, that's honestly like you're
Easy.
in the bank and you're out. You got 10 people there. They ask you what your demands are, and you
Like,
go M1 Abrams. Like,
I want an above ground pool full of Jello and strippers, and then give me 3 hours.
as
Okay.
the negotiator, I would give that to you, but just to fuck with you, nothing but male strippers.
Ooh, but also,
You did not specify.
also you
at
said,
all.
you
All
said,
right, well, you just lost 3 hostages.
yeah.
Worth it for the your face at that point when you see.
You're not gonna see it. I'm locked up in a damn barricade.
Ashton Kutcher comes out and he goes, "Punked ya!" Like you just got.
Side note.
Uh-huh.
Fun fact: I have kind of met Ashton Kutcher.
Hey,
Yeah.
did he save you from sex trafficking?
No.
Oh.
No. He
Go
was
on,
he
then.
was drunk at Stagecoach.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I met Mila Kunis with him.
Oh, how sweet.
Yeah, she's hot.
Yeah.
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 I agree. She's just not there for me. She's not like up there for me. She is hot. She's just not.
She's not dumb in real life.
No, she's
She's
genius.
very intelligent.
Yeah.
And it's the smile and the eyes, man.
Yeah, it's
They just-
deceiving.
They get you.
All right.
So yes, negotiate. That's our advice.
Oh,
Don't
okay.
listen to this guy, right?
Yeah, I would say this is.
2 out of 3 majority vote.
I would say this rule. Feel it out.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, feel it out.
So number 5, request the late checkout. I'm guessing that is meaning
Absolutely.
Hotel, yes,
Absolutely.
all the
Yes,
time.
all the time.
Late checkout, early check-in, late checkout. Well, depending on if you're gonna be there early, yeah, obviously request early check-in. But the late checkout, whether you need it or not,
It's always good.
is always better to have it than not have it.
So real quick, as the first 5 rules, do you think these are solid rules, or would you?
So far, he's on
Yeah.
track.
Or
And I do think, as we're kind of getting into them, maybe they're not all necessarily based like on your son.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, some of them are.
The guy mainly made the list to kind of show like how his kids should be brought up to be a well-mannered, respected member
Individual.
of the society,
Yeah.
kind of thing. It wasn't like a sexist, demeaning
Well, no.
kind of
Yeah,
thing. It was more of like, this is how I want my son to see the world.
maybe
because
he doesn't
I
have a
treat it-
daughter,
Yeah, also
so that's
that
just
too.
how he's writing.
Well,
He felt it out.
the picture at the end is him and his son walking away from the camera. So it is
Or it's
kinda,
just a random guy and his son that he pulled off
I-
Google.
Yeah,
I
I'm
would
going
like
with
to
that.
think it's not, because tell me that guy does not look like a Reydon Recker.
No, he doesn't.
I mean, he is kind of swole, but I love
He is.
how it's just gravel and fence and barbed wire.
That honestly, it looks like a road show. Like he's going to like the.
See, you know why you're right? Because there's a Ferris wheel in the background.
I am right. Yeah, it's a state fair. So
Whatever.
point 1 me. Thank you.
Rule number 6.
Rule number 6: when entrusted with a secret, keep it. I agree.
Absolutely, yeah.
I agree with that one. I'm horrible at that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
that's-
love how you agree with it and you don't follow that. So,
I try to. I keep the important shit. Okay, like the time that.
Attaboy. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
I would agree with this to an extent. Like, I would say
Like.
I'd give it like an 85 to 90% rating.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it really just depends on what the impact of this secret could have on someone else that might possibly be your friend's life or whatever.
Exactly. Like if I tell somebody like, hey, I have a crush on this girl, and that person is friends with that person, maybe don't mention it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like fill out the situation. But if I'm like,
you help that friend get with the person they're into.
yeah, that's a true friend.
That's what bro does.
Yeah, that's or brodette. Brodette? Like Toadette?
Did you know
Go on.
that Toad
Uh-huh.
is my go-to Mario character on any Mario game?
Okay, side note. Why?
Dude, Toad's the
Because
fucking
of-
goat.
Because of how he sounds? Hey, guys!
No, he's the
That
goat.
wasn't it at all.
He's literally a walking hallucinogenic.
Okay, that's why. Brad, who's your main Nintendo character?
It's for Mario Kart. Yeah, it's absolutely it's Toad or Koopa Troopa.
Ooh, don't agree with that. But Toad, yeah, absolutely.
You guys are wrong.
Love it. Okay.
It's DK. It's
I already
Donkey
saw that come,
Kong.
Yeah, you're the motherfucker in
Yeah,
Smash
you're the
Bros.
slow ass piece of shit that's behind us because we can fucking take off the line.
Yeah, but I
He's also the guy that can flatten us even if he just hits us. Which kind of sucks and it's such a bullshit rule.
Yeah,
But
all I need is a mushroom, which is your head.
which one?
Oh. I wasn't talking about the poison mushroom. Hey-oh. But DK is also Drift King. Don't forget that.
Yeah, in a whole different franchise. Well, actually, a multitude of other franchises, but
I have a great idea for Cross the Streams, but we'll keep that.
we'll get there.
Number 7.
Number 7. My phone turned off. So yeah, I do agree with keep the secrets, but you know, if it's not that big, it's okay to let it slip.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I could tell you a story of how I let one slip. A friend I know who was pregnant at the time was gonna wait to tell certain people, and one of them being another friend, and I let it slip that she was pregnant. I felt really bad about that, but it's out in the air. I couldn't take it back. I feel so bad. It was over something stupid too. She was eating chicken nuggets, spicy chicken nuggets. And I was like, "Are you sure you can have that?" And somebody goes, "Why can't she have that?" I was like, "Oh, because of the," and then I just froze, and she just goes, "Thanks, Mike." I go, "What?" And she goes, "Blah blah blah. I'm pregnant." I'm like, "Oh shit, yeah." It was, I fucked.
By the way, why couldn't you have spicy chicken nuggets?
I don't know.
You think
Upsets
it's
the
gonna
baby?
Give the baby gas? Like, what the hell's wrong with you?
Isn't
It's
that
just
where?
spicy. It's like, all right, cool. I might have a little bit more indigestion than usual, but
Isn't that where burps come from?
Oh my god.
number 8.
Number 7. Don't rush me. Hold your heroes to a higher standard. I like that.
See, I
No. Disagree.
really.
Yeah.
Why?
Disagree.
Go ahead. Go on.
Because the number one people they should be looking up to is going to be, like, for your son, dad. For your girl, mom. They don't need to put them so high up on a pedestal that
But
they're a demagogue that they can never reach.
But also think about it this way. You know, if you're telling them to put your heroes on, hold them to a higher standard, that is forcing yourself
To meet
as a
that
parent
standard.
to display an image and reputation that would live up to the standard that their child with this huge imagination.
You're doing that anyways, though.
Okay.
You're gonna try, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So how about I'm on the fence here.
Okay. So I guess I have to win you over, and Brad has to win you over.
So I
Come
have.
here, Gage. Come here, Gage. Come here.
It's not how you get a bird.
Because you're Pidgeotto.
Yeah, you gotta laugh at yourself. I would say hold your heroes to a realistic standard
Exactly.
because we're all human. But I think this advice changes from your age group.
Okay, I see what you mean.
I think as a child, hold your heroes to a higher standard. You know, like make sure that they are keep them in line.
Okay, I have a question then. Gage, are you close to your dad?
No.
Okay. Brad, are you close to your dad?
Absolutely.
Okay. I've never met my dad. You have met your dad, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and you also have a stepdad, right?
Yep.
Okay, so you have two father figures. One of them not in your life, the other one is fairly in your life.
Yeah.
Brad, you have only one dad. I have none. I've never known my dad. But one of the things I've always done is I've always tried to be better than him because I don't know him and I know stories about him.
But you know what he hasn't done for you.
Exactly. So
it's a classic tale.
He's not my hero. I would never say that. But he drives me to be better than him.
He's your driving force. Exactly.
Yeah. So if even, I wouldn't say just your heroes, but put people up to a higher standard. Because I am the person I am because of the family members I have, but also the fact that I've never known my dad and I strive every day to be better than him.
Then put everyone at a realistically higher expectation.
Yes, and that's what I'm saying.
No.
You don't want to put them to that untangible goal
that they're literally
never going to succeed, and they're just going to eventually disappoint you.
Yeah, they'll fail.
Which is just going to put you in a bad, depressed state and make you a worse person.
Okay.
This one comes down to so much mindset.
I get where everybody's coming from sitting here. But again, I do like your idea of the whole age thing where set your age is different. I think as a kid, hold them up to a higher standard because
you appreciate them more, I think.
Yeah.
In the long run.
Brad, as a kid, did you look up to your dad and go, he's my hero?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's where I'm kind of getting at is you look up to him, you try to be like him when you're little, and then when you get older, you kind of just go, okay, I'm like my dad, but I could also be better than my dad.
See, I think a different phrasing on that in the means of a child is not going to hold you to an untangible expectation because they don't know life.
Exactly.
They're just going to see you and want to follow you. So that's when you have to realize that they're following you and that you have to set that example for them. And then as your child gets older and does start to gain actual real life knowledge and real world knowledge and that everything's not always fucking bubblegum and rainbows.
Oh, God.
That
I would love some bubblegum.
Be an adult, do some cocaine, figure it out.
Yeah.
But
exactly.
Realize that we're all human.
Yeah.
Yeah. We fuck up.
So do we have a clear consensus of this? As a kid, keep your heroes to a higher standard, like Captain America or your dad?
Well, yes.
But I think that's going to happen regardless.
That's going to happen regardless. What I'm saying is, as you get older, you don't need to keep them at that same level where you're like 16 and you're like, my dad can do no wrong. Exactly. And then you find out that he fucked up and it just shatters your worldview.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying don't hold them there. They shouldn't be above human standards. That's fine as a kid. You know no better. But there's people that do that now.
Right.
And that's a bad thing. Do not hold people to that high of a standard.
Unless it's Captain America, because Captain America can't do no wrong.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, he's worthy enough.
There's also other people that are worthy enough.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Can't, like an elevator? That's a Avengers Age of Ultron joke.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm just gonna, thank you. All right. Go to the next rule.
Number 8.
Number 8.
For real this time.
Yeah, for real. Return a borrowed car with a full tank of gas.
Absolutely. You're that son of a bitch, aren't you?
No. I'm not that son of a bitch. But I'm balling on a fucking budget. I will never return a vehicle. Actually, first of all, fuck this. I don't borrow anyone else's car. Right. Everyone always borrows my truck. Mm-hmm. Because I am that friend. But I will only... So I've got the other side of this. The other perspective. Return it to me where it's at. Where I gave it to you.
Okay.
Or close. You know what I mean?
I think that's what they mean more is don't fucking drain it and give it back.
So... Yeah. I've borrowed my uncle's car while he was out of town one time, and I didn't return it to him with a full gas tank. But I at least offered him the money so he could go fill it up, or just give him some kind of change. But granted, I was gonna give him like $40 to fill his gas tank, but he just said, "Nah, you're good."
That's acceptable.
Yeah, that is acceptable.
I mean, it's acceptable, but I think it's so much better just to do it yourself.
I agree. Yeah, do it. If you do it yourself, like I would always, I'll put the gas. You're gonna drive past a gas station. You know what I mean? So, but that's what kind of makes both sides of your arguments.
No, but what do you mean?
That's what makes both sides of your arguments legitimate. Is
Yeah.
you at least offered the money, and he's gonna drive by a gas station. If he really wants the money, he can take it for the gas.
Where he works is right by a gas station.
Yeah,
Well-
but that's the problem. As a family member or something, you're more likely to go, yeah, I'm not going to charge him money.
Now, also,
Unless they've wronged you too many times. And it's that extra gesture of just doing it instead of being like, I can pay you.
That's
Because
fair.
they may have that just initial mindset of, it's family, I'll let it slide.
okay, then I have another question. Is because like when you go to a gas station and you're getting just regular gas, not diesel or anything like that, there's usually three choices, like premium, mid-premium, low-premium kind of thing.
There's normal
Well,
gas, and then there's
Regular,
like
plus, and premium? Is that what
Yeah.
you're talking
yeah,
about?
I guess that's more like that. I always go either the middle, which would be mid, and then premium.
just ask. It, dude,
Because if you're returning a car,
90% of people probably put regular gas in their car.
Especially newer cars. They have to. Like, mine has to be the lowest grade.
see, and that's I didn't know that.
But it's
so
like-
I could have put the premium.
But
in
why would you put the premium in there?
Because being nice,
A little, it does go
going
farther.
that extra mile, right?
It really depends on the car.
No.
You know what I mean? And
Okay, Brad.
in a vehicle, considering that I'm a person that has two vehicles and one of them gets 13 miles to a gallon and the other again gets like 11 miles to a gallon,
Yeah.
premium does go significantly farther than normal gas. But mine are also a 71 and a 09. You know,
Yeah.
it doesn't have the technological advancements that other cars have. Just ask.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to mess anything up. And yeah, like
But in general, anything made after 2010 takes regular and that's it. Unless
Didn't know
it's
that.
a sports car.
I didn't know that. I seriously did not know that.
Yeah.
So in a way, it's good. Other than when I did borrow the car,
I mean, if you
had
don't
to-
know, yes, it's good to at least
Go ahead.
offer money than anything else. But
yeah, and I'll also say that this is a feel it out rule.
yeah.
I have a 25-gallon fuel tank. It takes me 2 transactions if I'm on E to fill up my gas tank because of the state's requirements. Only lets it go to like $70 is the maximum transaction
Really?
of one gas pump. So I have to end a transaction, re-put my card in to then continue to fill up my gas tank. So I end up
Fuck that.
I
That's
end up
fucked up.
I end up accidentally not accidentally, like unintentionally, I
Put
usually
diesel?
put a lot more fuel in friends' cars because when we do switch, you know, it's like I expect them to put gas in. I'm still gonna drive to work or whatever. They have it for an extended amount of time. Mm-hmm. I'll put some gas in their car, and I'm like, yeah, $20 is fine. But it cost me $80+ to fill up my tank, and they drive a 2014 something, and I just filled up their whole tank on $20.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah. No, I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
I would say most of these rules are just a feel it out kind of
So far.
situation. So, number 9, play with passion or don't play at all. I like that. I like it. It's like I feel like it also kind of gives you the like. Are you gonna write gay?
Huh! Gay! To paint a picture, for some reason, there are refrigerator magnets that are the letters on the desk. And there was a GAY right there.
Okay.
Not gonna happen.
No,
Mike, you got something to tell me?
You spelled out me.
Me gay. Sorry. Me gay.
I'm trying to figure out what
I mean,
to
in
spell.
general, I guess this is a good rule. Play with passion.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it kind of you can piggyback off this with the work hard, play hard.
Yeah.
If you're gonna work at something, you need to have a maybe not necessarily a passion, but you need to have a drive. Like you want to excel at that thing, and if you're going to excel at work, you gotta excel at the time you have off. And if you're not gonna play with passion,
Yeah.
then why play at all?
Yeah, I agree. Like, be passionate in what you want to do. I've known football players in high school who just were like, I hate playing football. And it kind of takes the moment out of the situation.
Come up on the mic.
You come up on the mic. It just kind of takes the moment out of the situation, but also I feel like with this kind of rule, there's also the sportsmanlike, I feel like, is a thing, because if you're not putting energy into the game, it might make your teammates feel that your heart isn't there.
Well, yeah, that's
agree.
if you're not all the way in it, then other people aren't going to put their all in. So if you want your non-professional life to have meaning and substance, when you don't put any meaning or substance into it, it's not going to happen. You're going to get out what you put in.
Yes.
So play with passion.
Yeah.
I like that. That's a good one. Now, number 10, when shaking hands, grip firmly and look them in the eye, like this. Oh, shit. We need to be standing up.
Well, see, it's fine as long as you're both sitting.
Okay, yeah, I agree with that. So, yeah, when shaking hands, grip firmly and look them in the eye.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you do that often? Like when you shake hands?
100% of the time.
You, Brad?
But not overpowering.
Yes.
That
You're
irritates
not-
the shit out of
you're
me.
not-
Where somebody tries to just do the power move of I'm gonna crush your fucking hand.
This
Or-
isn't a pissing contest with fingers.
Yes.
Unless you're an alien.
There's a proper way. When you shake a person's hand,
You hit in the
webbing.
L.
The
In the
webbing.
webbing in between the pointer finger and the thumb. You want that to touch before you grip, because fuck those guys that hit you early and they get you with the fingertips.
and you shake like you're a dead fish.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, you webs hit first.
yeah, like make sure it's like
you look
set.
at your hand, you hit the web, you grip, eye contact.
Yep, perfect.
Right there.
And maybe do a little bit of this.
No.
No, you don't
No.
like that? Rubbing. Okay.
Gay.
Okay.
No, yeah, that's a good one. That's
Yeah.
a good one.
Yeah, like especially like
And that doesn't matter, yeah. Girl or male, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You know, like
maybe
just have a firm.
So I'll agree.
maybe add a little like twist to it. Once you shake the hand, you make eye contact. Maybe do a little curtsy.
Oh my god.
No, that went south.
11.
Gay!
Okay, number 11. Don't let a wishbone grow where a backbone should be. That's really good.
That's deep as shit right
Wow.
there.
Yeah.
That one came out of. I figured they would get like progressively more kind of deeper.
Yeah.
For a number 11, I don't want to know what 32 is.
Shit, man. Like,
That hit me right in feels.
Wow. But
that's really good.
think about this. A wishbone.
Uh-huh.
So they're using wishbone as just plainly saying don't wish where hard work could get you?
Exactly.
Or
I-
are they saying
Literally. Don't
the shape
have a...
of a wishbone, don't bend over backwards for everything and everyone? You have to have a spine sometimes.
I think it works either way. Oh my god, you just...
Or, hear me out, the wishbone shape where the spine should be, like a malformation.
Number 12.
That's basically what I said.
Yeah. Yeah, don't bend over backwards. Okay. Number 12, if you need music on the beach, you're missing the point.
No.
No.
Really?
Because here's my thing. Music is a lot to me. And it really can, set my mood.
Yes.
It can really dictate. I could have a shit day at work. and I get in my truck and I can turn on some music, and depending on what that first song is, there's been times where I would drive all the way home in complete and total silence. That's because like the first song that just happened to come on shuffle wasn't a banger. You know, it's like versus I get in my truck and I always start like driving before I Bluetooth my phone and all that stuff. So I start backing up, pull forward, hit the Bluetooth connect on my phone, open up Spotify, and just kind of let it do whatever it's doing. And my night's going to be not absolute. I wouldn't say it's going to be shit, but it's not going to be an amazing night unless I am like windows down, belting some music, and just screaming on my way out of work, having the time of my life. I know that the rest of my day, the mood is set, and I'm going to have an amazing night and be able to fully unwind from work and truly enjoy being around my friends versus like Hello Darkness, My Old Friend kicks on right as I leave work. I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to sit at home and cry and drink myself and masturbate with my tears for the rest of the night.
All right. Right after Hello Darkness, My Old Friend, the next song is One Is the Loneliest Number. It just really, really turns that knife in your heart kind of thing. Yeah. Those are the only two songs I own.
I mean, I understand where they're coming from, which is you shouldn't need music to have a good time.
Well, yeah.
I mean, I understand where they're coming from.
But it helps.
But I think the other part of it is when you're looking at it from like a deeper level than that, it's okay to need help every now and again.
It's okay to not be okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so but like to add on that, like, and I'm not also like, if I am at the beach, I am not blasting music so that I can't talk to my people. It is strictly background.
Yeah.
Ambiance, if you will.
Yeah, I mean,
you know?
when we went to Loon Lake, we had music. The hike alone would have been really boring because, you know, we're mainly like huffing and puffing, climbing up a mountain.
I was smoking cigarettes the whole time.
Yeah, huffing and puffing. And so the music would have helped a lot. Like, honestly, what did we hike? 4 miles?
Yeah.
There? And it took us, what, an hour? Hour and a half? Maybe 2?
Closer to 2 on the way there.
And it honestly didn't feel like it because we had music to distract ourselves. So I agree with it, but it's also fine to have said music.
Yeah. It's not a problem. It's not a problem.
Feel it out.
Feel it out.
When in doubt, feel it out.
Stop touching me.
Damn it.
Next.
Number 13. This will be interesting. Carry 2 handkerchiefs. The one in your back pocket is for you. The one in your breast pocket is for her. Now, granted, you probably have to be wearing like a nice suit, but I get what he's meaning. In this.
Even to this day, like my grandfather, he'll have like a short sleeve button up or a short sleeve polo, and a lot of his clothing has a breast pocket. That he'll keep his. Well, he usually keeps his handkerchief in his back pocket.
Yeah.
But I would assume that the other one would go in his breast pocket.
I do have to say, I kind of feel like it's more of like, you know, when you're working on a car and you have like a rag in your back pocket so you can wipe your hands off and stuff. I feel like that's more of like the dirty work. Like you use that because it's, you know, by your ass, and then you keep the other pristine handkerchief or rag somewhere cleaner.
Well, yeah, I think it's just kind of like an old school play on how a man should treat a woman. Is like a guy, you only have so many pockets. And obviously you're going to put the handkerchief in the pocket that's for your woman is in the place that's going to be least disturbed, least chance of it getting dirty or anything like that, other than if she needed it.
Yeah.
Because the depiction of man is down and dirty, and you want to try to keep your woman safe and protected. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think it's just kind of like a play on words there.
Honorary protector. That's Gage's next band name, Honorary Protector. I do also have to say that
What I have to say is we're not in the fucking 80s anymore. Give
Yeah.
up the fucking handkerchief, all right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow, what an astute observation, Brad.
Jesus,
I
this
think-
is an old-timey looking
I think. Oh, and
one.
when I say grandfather, just so everyone knows, I'm talking about Grandpa Jack.
Grandpa
Black
Jack.
22,
Black
baby.
22.
He's still. I just saw him not too long ago. Like maybe a month and a half ago, down in Florida, and he we left. And he's like, hey, could you run back up to the room and grab my handkerchief out of my suitcase? He still carries a handkerchief.
Classic Grandpa
Yeah,
Jack.
it's just kind of
Yeah.
the age, but I think it's what you
Now it's
take it mentally as. I think it's kind of more the metaphor nowadays in 2019 than the actual act.
Yeah.
That's sexist of you.
No, it's not. Not at all. It's sexist of you to say that that's sexist of me.
Did you just assume my gender?
Did you just assume if Gage is sexist? All right.
I mean, obviously.
Rule number 14. This is kind of generic, I feel like. You marry the girl, you marry her family. I feel like that's obvious.
Yeah, that's pretty obvious. Well, no. See, I would say I have a different outlook on that.
Here we go.
Marry the girl, fuck the family.
You don't
Not
actually.
that way.
You
all
don't.
right?
know.
Oh my god, I
I'm
saw
sorry.
that look.
I'm sorry. I'm not sober. since
Gage's
the
ears
first place my mind
perked up.
went. By the way, guys, you got it. Here is non-sober Gage. I talked about it so much last time. You're getting it.
Yeah, we bought him a lot of alcohol.
No, I brought myself a lot of alcohol.
Like I said, we
Because we
bought.
can't afford it.
Yeah, we can't. We can't afford to feed a village with alcohol. You're like a Viking.
So I think that really just depends on the family. It's like my family is an extremely open family.
Close,
and,
yeah.
And we all talk to each other about everything. Like me and my mom, we are so close it's dumb. Like we took a road trip a few years back, and on the road trip, my mother and I talked about how many people we have slept with. Like we just
What?
have a super. We're all open with each other. There's nothing to hide.
Well,
Maybe-
there's a story.
Maybe too open, I would say.
Yeah.
No. I mean, I have a mom tattoo. We'll get to that later.
course
But it's like versus my girlfriend now. Her family is nothing like that. It's like we both just spent 2 months at home, or a month and a half, 2 months at home. It's like my family asked about my girlfriend all the time. I would say at least every other day, versus the whole time while she was home wearing my sweater around the house.
Can't believe her.
I know, right?
It should have been with you.
I don't think her family asked really other than her little brothers, but like her parents didn't ask about me really once. It's like, so I think if our relationship were to progress, she would be marrying my family, but I wouldn't be marrying hers.
Because you're a mama's boy?
No.
Oh. And she's not a daddy's girl?
See, I think it's the opposite. I don't think it's you're marrying the girl, you're marrying the family. I think the family needs to get on board. It's not your job to convert yourself to them. Because if they're a piece of shit...
I don't convert, I convince.
But that's
Ooh.
basically what it's...
Did you write this? Are you Reydon Recker?
Wow. But that's kind of the...
I
what
get
they
that.
kind of look at with that phrase. That
Well-
phrase is meant for you to kind of conform to that style of thinking.
So, can I also say one other thing? I feel like it's also the person you're marrying's how she or he is with their family, how they interact with their family. Because there's women I know who are not close with their family members, and like ones where they haven't spoken to each other in 10 years, kind of thing. So that's kind of where like, hey, you don't need to worry about the family. Or a girl I was seeing, her parents aren't alive, and so you don't have to worry about her family because she doesn't have any, as morbid as that is.
It's because they all died in a fiery car
It's not
crash.
just that, though.
Oh boy, all right. Are we talking about the same person, by the way?
I think this is one of the more opinion-based questions or
Yes.
statements that we've had thus far.
By Reydon Recker.
Yeah,
I really like that name.
it's a pin name. There's no way it's not a pin name.
It's also
if it's not a pin name, his parents, he better literally be just bowing down to them
Yeah.
because they set him up for life.
It's also what's the
Literary?
yeah, where it's RR,
Oh.
like Peter Parker,
I can't remember what that's called.
illiterate.
Yes, you are.
So yeah, number 15. Be like a duck, remain calm on the surface, and paddle like crazy underneath. That's interesting because it's kind of saying like, be calm.
Calm, cool, and collected.
Yeah, calm on face value, but if you need to panic on the inside, like don't. I would say I kind of feel like he's saying like,
Don't have a tell.
Don't express your emotions.
I wouldn't, because you see a duck moving eventually. You know what I mean? Like, eventually you will see the upper half of a duck struggling if it's really trying to get somewhere. I just think on a day-to-day life, what?
Like when you throw a rock at a duck and you nail it in the head and it just slowly, his head goes into the water.
No,
I don't know from experience.
murder
It's not murder.
of a duck.
You're a murderer.
Murderer!
Are you quackified?
Okay. I really just think this
Rule
kind of...
60.
I think it's just one of those things, like on a day-to-day basis, be calm, cool, and collected. You know, handle your problems in a...
I don't know the best way you can.
Yeah, just handle everything on a day-to-day basis as best as you can. And if people have to see you struggle, that's just a part of life. Struggle. But if they don't have to, don't let them.
Like when you take a bird and you put it into
I'm done. No, I'm done
flour
with this.
sack.
No. Number 16.
Oh my god. By the way,
Okay.
I think we
actually,
should
yeah.
name everything off of animals, right? I think that would be fantastic. Just like live your life like a hyena. Laugh at everything and scavenge with your friends. You know?
You know what?
This is great.
You know what? That may be a future episode of the podcast. If this gets popular, we'll do that.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
16.
All right. 16. Experience the serenity of traveling alone. Wow. All right. That really stumped all of us.
So,
I mean, the only thing I can think of is you guys were talking about songs. One. One is the loneliest number.
yeah, so it kind
I
of...
know about it.
So I did, when I moved here, I had a 14-hour drive by myself through motherfucking F.E.
Yeah.
Bumfuck Egypt. No, I'm talking no cell phone service. It was over 100 degrees, and I'm not the kind of guy that runs my AC. Like, windows, this is when I used to smoke, so like windows down. I bought a whole carton of hundreds. I was prepared for this 14 hours. Like, I had 2 gallons of water in the passenger seat and my carton of cigarettes, and that's all I needed. And then my music, you know, windows down, wind through the hair, if you will, jacket over the legs so my legs didn't get sunburnt. And there were ups and downs of that trip. You know, there was obviously times towards the end of the night that it was miserable. And 1 is the loneliest number in the world. But there were times when I had 0 cell phone service and I was going through, you know, valleys and mountains that it was just perfect.
Yeah.
And you kind of like appreciated it a little bit more.
I would say this is more me of like you can manage it alone kind of thing where you don't need to have somebody there.
You can have somebody, but they're not needed.
Yeah, they're not needed.
You as an individual person
Yeah.
I mean,
strong enough.
Could you imagine
like
if we went to Loon Lake and we drove 3 separate vehicles and we just drove there to meet at the same spot but at different times? So like you hiked up, Brad, you hiked up at like in the morning. Then Gage hiked up in the afternoon, and I came in the evening.
See,
it would be miserable.
See, if that was all the same day, that'd have been shit. But if we went like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so someone's already been up there for a couple days.
Oh, I would have fun with that. I would leave
It'd be
notes.
fun because it'd be kind of cool. Like, yeah, and that's our friendship.
Because we would fuck with each other.
Yeah,
all right?
absolutely. I'd be like hanging a Mike Wazowski nailed to a tree up the pathway so that when you came up, you just be like, oh fuck no, here we go. Or you know,
or
it's like
piss on the campfire.
or just to see like what kind of camp that, as the third person coming up, what kind of camp has the other 2 people built in the last 2 to 3 days?
Yeah, and we've seen your handiwork.
That was a group collective.
You told us what to do.
Not necessarily. I don't remember.
We remember.
Yeah.
Petridge Farms remembers. All right, next one.
Yeah.
Or do you need another alcoholic beverage?
Water.
I don't know if he means beer or actual water, like Coors Light is water or water? I don't want to go to the next one without
Oh my
him
god,
here.
then give it to me, I'll read it.
No, because this one is perfect of what we were already talking about.
He's right there.
Okay.
I can read it.
Okay. Hey! Back off the mic. All right. Number 17. Never be afraid to ask out the best looking girl in the room.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
As the shy fucking guy, don't fucking do it. Be a man and get out there and ask.
Okay.
See, I did this once, and it didn't work for me.
Hold on. Oh, go ahead.
In the 6th grade. I gave this girl, her name was Peyton. She loved Minnie Mouse. And I had this little Minnie Mouse, like, glass kind of sculpture. It's probably plastic. Who knows? I don't even know where I got it. And I gave it
from
to
her earlier.
He got it from his mom.
So, went up to her at whatever recess or whatever it was in the 6th grade. Didn't work out so well for me. Got rejected in front of like the whole 6th grade. But is this quote referring to possibly being taught a life lesson? Because look at me now.
Either way, I say go for it.
We're looking at Gage right now. Yeah, I mean, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with it. I mean, what's the worst case scenario? She says no.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. Rejection is a okay thing. Not a lot of people get that. Rejection is okay.
Yeah, it's a part of life.
Yeah.
You need to get over it.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
That was something I didn't really learn, and I wish I did.
And see,
Sooner.
we were talking earlier about punching above our weight class.
Yeah.
I don't know if we want to get into that.
No.
Okay. I agree. Does not hurt to go ask out the best looking girl.
Yeah.
Because it's also, who says it's the best looking girl in the room? It could just be who you think is the best looking
Well,
girl.
obviously.
Well, is it though?
Yes, it is.
Because if you have two dick of
my
a
looks
friends,
and what you think looks good is going to be completely different.
yeah, which is fine.
Yeah. But absolutely do it.
Yeah.
Absolutely do it.
By the way, now that you bring this up, that you, as a shy guy, haven't, maybe we should try this out. Maybe that's just me being mean, but you know, whatever. All right.
Game.
Number 18. But can I tell a real quick story about Gage that I love, and it reminds me of this? Gage and I went on a Friends 21 run, and we were meeting them downtown. Gage already pre-gamed. I'm not a drinker, so I didn't. I had a milkshake with gummy worms in it. Gage has pictures. But anyway, we were walking downtown, and Gage was smoking at the time, and he sees these two girls outside of this bar, and it was the coolest thing I've seen Gage ever do. He flicks his cigarette, he takes one last puff off of his cigarette, flicks it out of range, and then walks up to these two girls and just starts chatting them up. And suddenly, no Gage to my left, and Gage with these two girls. It was an amazing thing. He just, and then he just was like, "Hello, lady." Like, it was great.
Kind of remember that.
He offered them his handkerchief. It was a classy move. Grandpa Jack would be proud.
He would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Next rule, number 18: never turn down a breath mint.
Yeah, that's rude.
I disagree. I turn down breath mints all the time. I don't
Okay,
fucking like mint.
that's our fucking profession, and and just kind of like how it rolls with how he rolls. You get breath mints all the time, but I think for something as little and dumb as I would get turning down a piece of gum, but it's a breath mint. What's it gonna do? It's gonna be in your mouth for like 2 minutes maximum.
Also,
or if you put it in your mouth and just start chewing it, whatever.
Or you could just toss it. Like, just take it to be kind, but also
hit the. You turn your head sideways and it goes like
flying past your
Then
head.
why
Yeah.
even take it?
because it's rude.
Also, maybe
maybe they actually smell your breath.
Rule number 19. Don't worry about being fucking rude.
whoa. How did you know? Number 19. Don't worry about being fucking rude. That's weird. But I agree with Gage. Maybe it's like maybe they got a hint of your breath and they're trying to be polite without just being like, "Hey man, you got bad breath."
Well,
Or
then
maybe-
just instead learn to fucking brush your teeth.
Or maybe they even just like maybe they didn't even catch a hint of your breath. They caught a hint of something and they're like, "Fuck, maybe this is my boy Brad's breath." Dude, you need a breath mint? Here you go.
Yeah.
You know,
Have
like,
you been
what if
eating-
it's just like someone trying to get your back and you're telling them to fuck off?
Have you been eating the booty like groceries? And not Oreos, as I learned that you don't like Oreos. All right. Number 19. A sport coat is worth 1,000 words. I don't agree with that. A sport coat is worth 1,000 words.
Again, we don't live in that society.
Yeah.
At least not here.
Now, do you think...
I agree with this. I do actually agree with this.
Okay, real
I
quick.
agree with it, but I don't. It's just not what we would.
Are you saying
perceive
like a
ourselves
sport
as.
coat is the like over jacket where you have the
No.
vest and stuff, or are
It's
you...
it's a blazer, sport coat.
Okay.
Yeah, a dress. It's a dress.
I think you should own one. A man should always own a 3-piece suit.
Yes.
For any occasion. Funeral.
I literally
But
had.
Wedding.
I do agree that it's worth 1,000 words because there's a difference. It's kind of like going to a job interview in shirts, in like a tank top and shorts, and just being like, "What's up, homie?" Compared to dressing up even fairly nice with slacks and a nice button-up shirt.
Nice
and,
tie.
How are you doing, sir? I'd like to interview for this job. Like, there's a completely different way that you present yourself, and it does. It completely gives you a different picture.
And when you don't... And when... I
So
agree
maybe it's
with
not
that.
just referring to just the sport
Yeah.
coat.
Yeah,
It's just it's just
I think it's
Apparel.
presenting.
Your presence is worth
Yeah.
1,000 words.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
how you present yourself.
Yes.
Not your presence.
I mean, I have...
my presence is worth 1,000 words.
I do have to say, one of my teachers from junior high, first day wore a tie, and he goes, "First impressions are everything. That's why I will wear a tie this first day. You won't see me wear a tie the rest of the time." And it's because that's how, when you meet someone, that's how you see them from that point
See,
on.
I would agree, but I wouldn't give it all on. I wouldn't say first impressions is everything. Again, feel it out. It depends on the
Yes.
situation. But when it comes down to it, like, I would say that you have 2 to 3 times to make an image for yourself,
Yeah.
to set a baseline.
Yep.
That's only if you're gonna see them multiple times afterwards. We all know we judge everybody by first fucking impressions.
Yeah, absolutely. But, someone that how I got my job, I had paint in my hair and I was in gym shorts and a Superman t-shirt.
Buying a toaster from me.
Buying a toaster from you. That's how I got hired. It's not necessarily all about first impressions physically. It could also be a mental first impression.
Well, agreed. But I'm just saying, you do gauge everybody off of first impressions.
Also, we were really desperate at the time.
Were you?
A little bit.
Yeah, well,
Love
I'm
you, Gage.
still here.
I love you, Gage. I'm glad you got hired. I'm glad I gave the okay
Register
for it.
1.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was there.
There was a sparkle in your eye, and I knew it was meant to be. So, this is another deep one that I think we all will really like, especially you, Gage. Number 20. Try writing your own eulogy. Never stop revising. That's really good, I feel like. Could you imagine writing your own eulogy for somebody else to read at your funeral?
I don't live a life in which I would write my own eulogy.
Yeah, but that's where the revising comes in.
I revise it with my interactions with people every single day.
Okay, well, you're wrong, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, shut up, Gage. So, what about you, Brad?
Absolutely, because it gives you a chance to reflect on your life.
Yeah.
I think that's the main point that it's giving.
Yeah.
Is reflecting back on your life, everything that's happened to you and everything you've done.
So it's all
writing
about,
your eulogy just kind of helps you remember those experiences.
yeah, but that's how I live. Again, different experiences in life. It's like I had not so great time on deployment, and so I've already had that life flash before your eyes kind of moment. So for me, that ever since then, that's how I've lived my life. I see my life in what every interaction means to me, what it means to other people, and what it could do in the future for those people. So I think it just, again...
It doesn't hurt to look back on it. And
no,
that's what he's
absolutely.
saying.
Yeah, I look back on... One of my key things with how I was raised in elementary school and middle school and high school, in the military, and now living here in college, is I never forgot where I came from. You know, it's like
Alabama.
Hey, I'm gonna side with Gage. That was insensitive of you. He was going deep. Okay, go ahead, Gage. Don't let the small man hurt you.
How tall is your dog?
Almost taller than Brad.
But it just kind of comes down to that. You know, it's like I revise what I do with any human interaction. I want to make it a learning experience so that I can be nothing but better in the future.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's like I just, you know, in middle school I was short and I was fat and I had Justin Bieber hair before Justin Bieber even thought about having the hair.
We need pictures.
There's no picture evidence. And
his mom alone should have a
sang in
couple.
chorus and I played the violin just because I didn't want to do PE. You know, it's like, and I was totally obsessed with anime back then and whatnot. I still love it now, but I've never forgotten where I've come from. You know, it's like I may now be what I am now.
Would you say never? Is it too late to say I'm sorry?
Okay.
Baby.
Ceiling titty.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's just kind of one of those things. You take every day as a learning experience and move forward with that. So every day I reflect on my life.
Yeah, I see it. I see both.
Yeah.
I'm glad you agree with me, Gage. Thank you.
Here's the question: should we try writing our eulogy for the next podcast that we do together?
Oh my god!
All right, or
absolutely,
or twist it up and write each other's. Because
yeah, let's do that.
Because between all three of us, we only have 2 years of friendship, so it's a little bit tougher. But
team up.
Yeah. So
two people,
maybe right to your left or to your right.
Well, no, it's like
or do
we
both.
Yeah.
write his, we write yours.
Oh, okay.
Y'all write mine.
We'll work it out. Yeah.
This could be.
We'll do both.
So much fun.
You write your own plus team up to write the others.
All right.
Yeah.
And we could do it over 2 different episodes.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
That's a good idea. Hey, Karen, mark that on the book. Thank you, Karen. All right. Now
Don't call the manager, damn it.
Damn it, Karen.
We are the managers.
Now, before I go into this next one, I want to just say, Gage, thank you for your service. And hey, look me in the eye. Okay, thank you. Thank you for your service. I'm so glad I could be your friend because you don't have many.
Yeah, thanks, man. Sorry, my beer distracted me.
Yeah.
Water.
Yeah, exactly. So, number 21. Thank a veteran, then make it up to him.
See, this is funny because there's like the biggest ongoing joke in every branch. I don't care what service you're in. Like one of my best friends here, he's in the Army. I was in the Marines. And the biggest joke is like thanking each other for your service. Because for us, it's significantly different. You know, it's our job. At that point, you know, we're getting paid, we have a place to live, we're getting 3 squares a day, except on the weekend that we only get 2, which makes no sense. But for us, it's just our job. And, I mean, we get kind of what we're doing, you know, but when it comes down to it, it's just you're doing it for the brother and sister you're serving on your left and right. So you just kind of, when someone randomly says, you know, they find out you're in the military, you're like, oh, thank you for your service. You're like, yeah, you're welcome, thank you. Kind of shake their hand and move along, or they'll buy you something,
lunch.
A beer or a breakfast or something like that, which happens not as much as you would think. I mean, it's maybe happened 5 times in the past 6 years. But so it's kind of just like that little joke between us, you know, as service member to service member. It's just like, oh yeah, man, we get all like enthusiastic about it and like over exaggerating, shaking each other's hand and thanking each other for our service. But I think when it comes down to it, I think it's a good rule.
Yeah.
Just because, I mean, it reminds you as a service member that like you're still kind of on that level of standard, I guess.
Look at the Vietnam vets.
They got completely mistreated. And that's something I have a very different view on because been there, done that, got the t-shirt, and that's bullshit.
Yeah.
But I mean, it is what it is, and yeah.
Yep.
It's kind of. I think that's a good rule. It's kind of a funny rule to me, but I still think it's a good one to abide by.
It's out of your perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Number 22. Now, keep in mind, this is like a rule for a son.
I'm gonna go back a rule real quick.
Oh, okay.
If it's like Veterans Day or anything like that, don't buy a veteran anything because they get it for free anyways. Don't spend your money.
If you're thanking them on Veterans Day, it's almost half-assed insincere as far as I see it.
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like you have a plethora of places. I could go breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and like 12 places in between each meal and get free food all of Veterans Day.
By the way, you don't have to pay for, like, it's nice if you pay for a vet's lunch, but even sitting down and having a conversation with them is...
That can go left or right.
It could, but
because
I mean,
some people will talk about it and other people won't.
Well, no, just like if a vet is sitting alone at like Denny's, go up and maybe strike up a conversation or just be like, thank you for your service. And
strike up a normal conversation.
Yeah, strike up a normal conversation.
Yeah.
Most vets don't want to talk about.
Don't be like, dude, you're in the military? Have
Wow.
you killed anybody?
Hey, I
Were
love
you
your
deployed?
hat. Saigon was whack, right? Like,
Yeah, next thing you know, they go, where can I get one of those? And they drive you to the recruit station.
Right. Sorry to interrupt.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Thank you for your service, though. Number 22. Now, keep in mind, this is a father to son. Okay? So, assume the son is a kid. Eat lunch with the new kid. I like that. Kind of helps bring the new kid in, be friendly. I mean, Brad, you probably don't like this because you don't like people, but, you know, like...
No, yeah, that's a good rule. I think that there's always power in numbers.
Yes.
So I think that you should bring that new kid in with numbers. That's not I'm not saying it's not okay to go and sit by the new kid by yourself, get to know him or whatever, but like
Bring a couple.
bring your friends so that he has more than just you to cling to.
Yeah.
Or she, you know, I mean, give them options. Give them the diversity that your friend group offers, because every friend group does have that diversity.
And ultimately, when you lose your friends to the new person, then you're alone.
And just hope that the new kids think you're newer so that they sit with you.
They already forgot about you.
Yeah.
Wow. Blowing my mind, Gage. All right. Number 23. After writing an angry email, read it carefully, then delete it.
It's funny they said email. I think you should write it. Handwrite it.
Okay.
Yeah.
that's a lost art right there. Good sir.
Yeah, you're not wrong. But I just think you can get more
Out of physically doing something?
emotion
Yeah.
into, like, if you're writing someone an angry letter, obviously there's a lot of emotion built up there.
Nothing's-
And when you can scribble harder on a certain letter or word or whatever and really just
Yeah.
Let it flow.
Nothing's better than when writing an angry letter, the tip of the pencil breaks. Because it makes you even angrier.
absolutely. That's why we use fucking pens.
Yeah.
But yeah, you don't want to get like mad at your laptop and like accidentally punch the screen in on your $1,200 MacBook.
Yeah.
You know, pen and paper. It's just the way to go on that. You can't accidentally
But do you crumple up and throw it away afterwards?
Well, yeah, that doesn't matter. Put it in your trash can. Unless you're writing to your roommate, then like put it out in the dumpster. But you can't accidentally send a handwritten letter.
I feel like this is a bad, like, sitcom that's going to happen. Like, you write an angry letter, they find it, even though you...
So obviously burn it.
Even though you burn it, they still find it somehow. Like, it's a shitty sitcom.
Yeah,
I feel like if things are bad enough, you're having to write a letter or
I think-
an email. Maybe you should think about it, but actually talk to them.
Yeah.
But see, you gotta think though. I mean, this kind of is just a modern way to revert to like writing in a diary, which is a dying thing. No one really does anymore, that at least we know of. You know.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah,
but
it's
just, I think the other thing is just like give it that second thought, so you're not doing something you regret later.
Well, yeah.
Which I'm fine with that. Sleep on what you're gonna say, but if it's that dire need, talk to them.
Yeah.
Don't
Gage,
just fucking throw it away and then wait till the next time they piss you off and then do it again until you get to the point of
I'm not
whatever.
disagreeing
You would have
with
a
you.
book, Brad.
I do have a book.
But also, okay. Like a burned book from Mean Girls. I do have to say, Gage, I have read your diary, and what you say about me isn't true. I do love you. Now my opinion on this is I think it's fine to write a letter or to type an email. And
Type an email in Microsoft Word, not in your actual email.
That's a great idea. And then delete it as a way of like getting it all out, and so you're more centered on what you're gonna say to that person. Then go talk to the person. I think that's the best way, because I constantly think of what I'm gonna say to a person if I have a problem with them, and then I go do that problem.
I'm fine with that.
I don't.
What I'm
write it.
saying is,
I agree with that.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is just don't let it keep building and building and keep forgetting and throwing
until
it
you
away.
explode and shoot up work.
Which is what a lot of people do.
Ooh.
Yeah. But when it comes down to it, like just writing it down, I think is kind of that way of like the
Airing your grievances.
Fraba.
Yeah.
Just that way of airing them.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree. So the next one, number 24, ask your mom to play. She won't let you win.
It's kind of weird.
It is
but
weird.
I'm only coming from that because I destroy my mom in any time we play checkers.
I've never beat my
and
mom
she
at
taught
Clue.
me everything. At Clue?
Yeah, she always wins, but then again...
Do you know who the ultimate winner at Clue is?
Huh.
Your father.
Oh.
Water time.
That hurt a little. No, I've never beat my mom at Clue, and that's because, mainly because she played us when I was like 10. And I didn't know what was going on. I was just excited to see pretty pictures and to be Professor Plum. Maybe it means, like, ask her to, like, hang out, but don't expect her to go easy on you, kind of thing. Like, I always invite my mom to
I do think that
game
flies
nights.
in the face of what people do now.
Yeah.
I feel like we have helicopter parents where they just hover
Oh.
and protect their goddamn kids, and they let them win at everything and think they're special little snowflakes. I think it's important to fucking bring those little fuckers down.
Yeah.
And show them that they're not the best all the time.
Yeah, like my father. Oh.
It's only funny when we do it.
Yeah, I know. I can't. It's the pity train. I can't really.
It's
get
really
on
funny
that.
that you brought up the hovering parents thing. A coworker and I were talking about that today, and we were talking about like parent orientation at colleges.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a parent that came in today, and she was like, "Fuck that shit! I'm not going. I'm dropping my son off in college and giving him the boot. Like, have fun. See you in a couple of years. Good luck. Don't die." But it's like, it's just, they have those kind of things for those hovering parents. They have specifically catered to those people.
All right. Now, 25, you'll especially like, Brad. Manners maketh the man.
Seriously? Is that seriously what it
It's seriously
says?
what it is. Number 25.
Fucking my man, Reydon Recker. All right?
For those of you who don't know, in the movie Kingsman,
Kingsman.
in the movie
Kingsman. You say in the movie, I'll say Kingsman,
Okay,
and then
okay. Ready? In the movie
Kingsman.
Because I say it fine. In the movie Kingsman, Colin Firth says that line before he wrecks shop in a pub, and it's amazing. Manners maketh the man. I agree with this 100%.
Absolutely. 100%.
Now, Brad, as a person who doesn't have any manners,
Wow.
okay, you know the story of like when we go to like Jack in the Box, right? And even today when we got Jack in the Box, the person was like, "Thank you, see you at the window." He didn't say thank you.
Just drove away.
He just drove away. We went to the gas station and the guy goes, "Hey, how's it going?" And Brad just goes, "Hey."
You do realize I go into that gas station every fucking day.
Doesn't matter.
Make that guy's
Good. How
day.
about yourself? You literally work in retail.
Yeah.
Are you kidding
Why do you
me?
think I hate this shit?
Anti-humanitarian, loving ass,
Brad.
bitch ass, name's Brad, having ass,
Come down. It's okay. It's okay.
wearing your hat backwards ass.
I'm gonna drop your fucking candy ass, alright?
Oh! Wait till we get a video camera up. if this gets popular enough,
I can't wait.
Brad and I are fighting.
I can't wait for you, Randy Orton TKO Brad.
I get plenty of water, and he gets all the Mountain Dew he wants.
God, I really want John Cena's ba-ba-da-da. Copyright. Sorry. But, yeah, that would be great. So, manners maketh man.
Absolutely. And woman.
It's
Manners
like the golden...
maketh the human.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Gage, good job.
My lip pulled away from
I know, I saw
it cracked.
I saw that. Okay, number 26. Give credit, take the blame. I actually kind of live by that.
I was going to say, this is your life motto.
Yeah, that's mine. Except for... Yeah, I give credit, and I always take the blame because I always want others to succeed. And if I tell somebody to do something and it backfires, I go, blame it on me.
Yeah, it's your fault.
I'll take the heat. You know, even if it's not
time
my
to
fault.
get out of the kitchen.
Yeah. So, what do you guys... Brad, you kind of have a discerning look. Give credit, take the blame.
This is one of those that I think you have to completely fill it out.
Okay.
For like it's kind of like to the last one. It's that manners thing to do this, but at the same time, you can't let people walk over you. Yeah. So if you're like in a work situation, take credit for the work that you did, right? Mm-hmm. Don't let people walk over you and just take the blame and just get shit on your entire life for shit you didn't do. So I think you really have to kind of like fill out the situation. If it's about like a group of friends and that, help out a friend and take the blame for them, you know, type of a thing. It's not that big of a deal, but don't let people walk all over you just for the sake of it.
Yeah. Like, it's okay to take the credit.
Yeah.
To advance yourself.
Exactly.
But also, it's okay to give other people credit. Like, I do it all the time.
Share the
wealth.
Take
credit, but be humble.
Yeah.
Be kind and humble.
Be kind, rewind videos all the time.
Or be humble and kind.
And rewind?
Depending on how, yeah.
Okay.
Be kind and humble. Rewind. Be humble and kind.
Oh.
Because that's what it would be.
Dude.
Actually, it would be like, if I could pronounce those words backwards verbatim right now, it would have been an amazing cut-in, but...
You may summon Satan. All right. Next one. Number 27. Stand up to bullies. Protect those bullied.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, Gage, as a person who has fought... Or have
fought America's bullies.
Yeah, that has served. You stand up to people all the time to help out because you're a nice person.
We're all in this together, and I think that's one of the
High School Musical.
We're all in this together. I don't remember the words, but I could still like slightly remember the dance moves. But we're not going to go over that.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, that was in it. But it's like, that's one of those things that I realized through the service is that we're all in this shitty round globe of fucking rock together.
I love that line from High School Musical too.
Yeah, right? Yeah. It's really just grounding.
Yeah.
But
especially when Zac Efron cussed in High School Musical too.
Or when he murdered all those women.
Oh, because of the...
Ted Bundy.
Because
Come
he plays
on.
Ted Bundy.
Yeah,
I haven't
absolutely.
seen that yet.
Here's the track. We're over here. Okay? I need you to detour back to the track.
Have you seen it?
No!
Neither of you have seen it?
It's on my list.
And you guys both have Netflix. Get the fuck out of my face. Both of you. It is an amazing film. I'm extra disappointed in you, Mike.
It's on my list.
Okay, alright, whatever.
Okay.
Alright, but going towards the track again. We're all in this shit together. You know, it's like... And I'm not necessarily saying protect the weak because you're strong.
Yeah.
Let natural selection take its way sometimes. Take some safety stickers off of a Transformer. See what happens. But...
Car seats.
When it comes down to it, it's like... There's always going to be stronger and weaker chains in the link that is your life. And when it comes down to it, every chain is as strong as the weakest link.
Would you say every chain begins with K?
No.
Because
only my ex-fiance's middle name started with K, and we know how that all ended up.
No, we don't. That's a whole other...
Future story time. But yeah, you gotta protect your not as strong friends but you also have to rise them up. Don't just protect them, teach them, make them stronger.
Yeah, good.
I think that's basically what it means anyway. So yeah.
All right, thank you for that deliberation there, Brett. You hate me. Basically.
Do as Captain America would do.
And let his best friend get smoked.
You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch.
That hurts me.
I'm having flashbacks right now. I'm triggered.
You're triggered. I'm triggered.
Can I speak to your manager? I swear to God, Brad and Mike just grew pixie cuts.
Back off, Karen. Nobody said manager. Back off. You okay? You okay?
This is hot.
It's
I'm
okay,
laughing
sweetie.
so hard.
All right. Asshole. Sorry, I'm being a bully, jerk. Okay, number 28. Write down your dreams. I think this is one of two ways. Write down the dreams that you've dreamt while you're asleep, and also write down what you hope to accomplish.
Well, I think that's what he means. I think it's the latter.
I think it is a ladder. That's the first is coming from you as a writer.
Yeah, and also
and your dreams.
And also my dreams are. I remember most of my dreams.
Yeah, so I mean, I think that's just, and I don't even necessarily think you really need to write it down, but you do need
keep it in mind.
Yeah,
envision
remember
it.
them.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we all agree
goals,
with that.
dreams, same thing.
Yeah. Number 29. Take time to snuggle your pets. They love you so much and are always happy to see you. I have no pets.
That's because you love nothing. Okay.
Yep.
I don't have pets either, but I got both of you, and I love loving and snuggling.
You also
guys.
love to stroke the top of my head.
No,
I tried to save that one.
You touch my head significantly more than I touch yours.
Christ. Whatever, we know you're the one that goes skiing, all right?
What are you talking about?
In a way, I want to cut this, but in a way, I can't. It's too great. I tried to save it by saying, like, not petting your head, but, like... I fucked it up. Where I was trying not to say and then I said it. Like, I just messed up.
Goose Brava.
You guys are so red right now. Oh my gosh. All right.
Should we the water?
Should we just move on?
Yes.
Okay. Number 30. Be confident and humble at the same time.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, that's simple enough said.
Yeah. It's generic, but accurate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Number 31. If ever in doubt, remember whose son you are and refuse to just be ordinary.
I feel like that kind of goes back to the hold your heroes to a higher expectation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Will you please remember whose son you are?
As Brett looks me dead in the eye and says that. You know what? When you said that,
what if it's Thanos? What if you're the son
that
killed your hero?
Except for he doesn't die. In the thing. Okay. Hold on.
Spoiler alert.
What?
Keen.
Aluminum foil. When you said that to me, Brad, you know what I imagined? I imagined the clouds coming together to form Mufasa, and he just goes, "Remember who you are." And
but like in a Monty Python kind of way.
Yeah,
like a cutout mouth.
Remember who you are. Yeah. Yeah. I do agree with refuse to be ordinary. Just, I wouldn't say unique, because I heard a quote.
We're all unique.
I heard a quote recently that says, like, a person goes, "You're unique," and it's just the person was like, that's just another word for being lonely or being alone. Is to be unique because you're in your own
That's like a
class.
fucking dumb way to look at it.
So it was from the trailer of Hannah, a Amazon Prime show.
That you don't have. Damn. Moving on.
Anywho, last one.
Anywhoozy.
Anyway, number 32. In all things, lead by example, not explanation.
That's kind of a little bit of a letdown for the last one.
Absolutely. I feel like, what was it, 11 should have been 32.
Don't let a wishbone grow where a backbone should be.
But I mean, it's not bad. You know what I mean? Like,
Well,
Yeah, lead by example, basically, instead of just talking about it.
yeah.
I think it's
Actions speak louder than words.
I think it's a nice closer though, where it's like
Simple.
You read all the rules before, and you don't want to wait to 32 to read. I mean, even though it's a good one, you don't want to read 32 as the 11th one. You know.
That's kind of true. Maybe it could have been a little bit more intentional.
Yeah, but I
Just
think
like a summarizing rule.
yeah, but like
I
take
don't know.
your
I would
actions
have
to heart.
accepted "manners maketh the man" as 32.
That would have been
better.
pretty awesome.
That would have been a baller move by Reydon Recker.
All right, RR. You fucking up, man.
Yeah, he's no George,
As a fellow RR,
but you're not.
I don't like my first name. I go by my middle and last. RR. Get out of my face. My initials are GER, just so you know. GRR.
Okay, don't need to be ferocious about it. Grrr. Grrr.
So,
Don't
when
kick
I
my
was
ass.
younger, I thought about children's names. And then my initials are GER. And then if I ever had a daughter, I've always loved the name Riley for a girl.
Okay.
And I would want to name her Riley Annabelle Roden. And her initials would be RAR. And her dad's are GER. I think it's fucking adorable.
That is pretty adorable.
But to each their own, I guess.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I honestly solid list.
Yeah.
I think it's a good list. I think everybody should live up to said list.
Or at least interpret it in your own way.
Yeah.
But having some sort of written moral compass, if you will. Something like, just as much as you're going to write your dreams down, have a written right and wrong.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of what the general theme of the list was. That was awesome.
Yeah. Especially with him raising his son that way. Like, this is what you should do. Like, I recently heard a story about this man. His wife cooks him a meal every day. And so this man cleans the kitchen afterwards.
Yeah.
Because she provides him food, and so he cleans it. And recently, he's starting to have his son help clean the kitchen to raise him in that way to, you know, she cooks you a meal, you clean the kitchen.
That's kind of like, that's a lot.
Give and
how
take.
That's kind of a lot how I was raised in the same manner. And it's like, and G and I, we try to do the same thing. I mean, it's not always perfect system, but
Yeah.
if she cooks, I clean. If I cook, she tries to clean. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But we don't hold it against each other. But it is a good trade-off system because that's all any relationship is.
What the guy said afterwards was a relationship isn't 50-50. It's 100% on both ends. And I agree.
Damn.
Yeah. It's a nice way to...
Wise he is.
Why is he? I don't know. You know, it was probably how he was raised. But anywho,
I didn't know your ears also mispronounced words.
no, I would say that she understands the concept of time.
Am I drunk or are you? Brad, did he
I
say
feel
what-
like I'm drunk too at that point.
All right, cool.
Good
It's not just
God.
me.
No, I feel like a jaguar could easily take on a flamingo.
Yeah, me too. But how about a pack of flamingos taking on a jaguar?
No, I don't
Cross
think
streams.
I don't.
Future episode.
Oh. All
It's
right.
like foreshadowing. Anyways.
Future bridge.
Future break.
What? Anywho, I think we should close off this podcast with our pick of the week.
Yeah.
As always.
Who wants to go first?
Why don't you go, Mike?
Okay. My pick of the week is going to be a comic book. It's a very good comic book. It's called Invincible. It's by Robert Kirkman, who wrote the Walking Dead series and also Outcast.
In Georgia. Walking Dead was in Georgia, not Alabama. Get the fuck out of my face.
it was in Atlanta. Easy.
Georgia.
Atlanta, Georgia. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know. We're saying the same thing.
Fun fact, did you know there's an app that you can download on your cell phone?
Called Where's Alabama?
No, but it will take you on a toured guide all over the state of Georgia for The Walking Dead.
Oh, that's cool.
It'll take you to scenes and different places that the movie or TV series was filmed. To like iconic areas.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you.
That's not my pick of the week, though.
Okay. Anywho, it's also so Robert Kirkman writes it. Ryan Otley draws it, and the artwork is phenomenal. The writing is so freaking good, and there's a lot of twists and turns in the series. I don't remember how many single issues, but I have like 12 thick graphic novels of them where it's easily like 300 to 400 pages. I have 12 of them, and he finished the series off right. There's even a character in there who kind of looks like Freddie Mercury with the mustache. It's pretty sweet. But basically, it's about a superhero who recently discovers he has powers. His dad is Omni-Man, and he discovers he has powers, the son. And so he dons a superhero suit and goes and fights crime. And like I said, a lot of twists and turns. It's really good. Highly recommend it. It's one of my favorite comic books out there. About Mark Grayson, who goes and discovers he's a superhero and he goes and fights crime. It's pretty sweet. It's a good one.
Okay.
There's a lot of twists and turns. Like, I want to tell you the twist that
You can't do that. That's
really threw me, but it's really good.
Don't matter.
All right. You good?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. So, my pick of the week. Something I recently just binged watched the shit out of. It is going to be a TV series called The Boys. And it's on Amazon Video. You can stream that on your Fire Stick, your laptop, your Xbox, your PlayStation. Not your Switch, though. Because fuck us. But it's basically about corrupt superheroes. And man, let me tell you. Watch the first episode. That's all you need. And your shit will be so fucked up that you can't stop watching until you're done with the first season that's already released. Just corrupt superheroes. It takes kind of more of that like unmorally and gruesome, gory route. So if you're a big fan of like Deadpool or anything like that, you're gonna love it. I promise you that.
It's a really good show. I watched it the first day, but also, I don't know if you know this, it's a comic book.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's a comic book by Garth Ennis, who is an amazing writer and artist, and Derek Robertson. And I've read a good chunk of the comics. Really good, and it stays both
Pretty true to the story.
Yeah, there's some switch up.
There's always going to be a deviation.
Always.
How much further does the comic book series go in comparison to?
Pretty freaking far.
So like we're
Like
2 seasons farther, or
like the first book. So again, they differentiate because like in the first book they are going through like the Teen Titans kind of group
yeah,
of the group.
the startup.
Yeah, in the comic book, in this they're versing like the Justice League of people kind of thing.
Yeah,
But it stays true. They get dirt on the superheroes and all that. It's a phenomenal show. It's really just
so the superheroes
gritty.
are super corrupt, and then just downright gritty. And then of course there's this little team that gets formed of just bunch of misfits that you would never see together, and that are just normal humans, and they start fucking shit up, and it's crazy. I don't need to say anymore. Watch the first episode. That's all you need to know. And then the rest is history.
yeah. And then read the comics.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Because
I can't. Yeah.
so in the comics, they get superpowers. Like they take like medication to give them the super strength to fight the superheroes. In the show, they don't.
Gotcha. Okay.
So it's not them being normal. So hopefully next season they do that.
They take the V.
Mm-hmm. That's what it's called.
Watch it.
Yeah. Carl Urban is in it. He's great. Billy the Butcher. So, yeah, good show. Oh, hold on, real quick. Little side note. Simon Pegg's in it as Huey's father. In the comics, Huey looks like Simon Pegg. They drew Huey to look like Simon Pegg on purpose.
But let me just tell you, Huey does not do what Simon says.
He's getting up and walking away now.
As he should.
More water.
All right, Brad. What's your pick of the week?
My pick of the week is going to be a book by Peter Tirius. It's called United States of Japan. Found this book when I was actually just kind of walking around a grocery store.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it just kind of called out to me. It's actually very interesting once I started to read. The basic premise of it is if World War II ended differently, if Allied forces lost and the Axis forces won. And it's basically starts in about like the 80s or so.
Yeah.
With the control of California, Nevada in control under Japan.
Japanese rule, yeah.
It makes mention that some parts of the eastern United States are controlled by the Nazis, but it doesn't even go into that part. It's all focused on the Japanese aspect of it.
Yeah.
Very good book. Very good book.
Yeah, I've been wanting to read that book. I just haven't gotten around to it since you gave it to me because life happens. But yeah, it would be a really good book. It gives you an interesting twist, but there's also an Amazon show that is kind of similar to that. It's Man in the High Castle, where basically the Germans won and have taken over the world, basically. And I think it's set in New York because there's a lot of pictures of like the Statue of Liberty with Nazi paraphernalia on it. That book reminds me of is Man in the High Castle. So,
yeah,
it's literally made as the successor to that.
is there? That's funny. There you go. So, all right. Well, good podcast, Brad. Oh, sorry, I don't want to be the host. Go ahead, Gage.
Well, Brad, anything left to say?
No, I think that's about it.
Yeah, Gage, anything left to say?
Am I Gage?
You are now.
Yeah, I'm the host.
Yeah, aren't you Gage though?
Oh, I was just impersonating.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna go, Brad, anything left to say? And then you go, Mike, anything left to say? And before I could say something, you just go, all right, nobody has anything to say.
No, I'm not.
You want to retake that?
Sure.
Okay, go for it. Start with him.
Brad, anything else to say?
No, I think I'm good.
Mike, anything else to say?
All
right, that's all we have for today.
All right.
And I think that's going to wrap it up. Gentlemen,
See you guys later.
Peace out.
deuces.